Thank you, Mr. President. While the previous speaker wants to talk about things that were never actually going to happen and were never a part of the previous government's plan, I rise to take note of the answer given by the Treasurer to a question from the Honourable Natalie Ward in relation to real projects that are on the chopping block thanks to the Albanese Government and possibly the new Minns Labor Government in New South Wales. There are over 90 projects in New South Wales currently on the chopping block due to the 90-day infrastructure freeze put on by the Albanese Labor Government. In his answer earlier, the Treasurer said that the first step he is taking is to find out what steps the former government had taken in regards to these 90 projects. Now, I can tell you what the previous government has done. I can tell you what has happened. There are shovels in the ground. The legwork has been done, projects have begun, people are employed on those work sites, communities are already looking forward to newer and safer infrastructure across New South Wales, particularly in regional and rural New South Wales. They need newer, safer infrastructure. We on this side planned for it and budgeted for it. These include such projects as Tumby Road, the intersection at Central Coast Highway Wombrel, a $64 million project that has already started recently. This is a project underway. For too long, motorists have been using this road and have been forced to sit in traffic queues during peak hour, especially southbound of an evening. Finally, there was light at the end of the tunnel, with the Liberals and Nationals commencing this project while in government. But now there is a threat that the funding will be pulled. How is the Treasurer going to protect this project? Also on the chopping block is the M1 extension to Raymond Terrace. The Treasurer wants to find out what action the previous government took. Well, I can tell him, in December, the former government announced jointly with the Albanese Federal Labor Government that successful tenderers had been selected for the $2.1 billion project. This is one of the last remaining sections for the Pacific Highway north to the Queensland border, a significant bottleneck for local traffic and, of course, freight, heavy freight, going from our state north to Queensland and servicing rural and regional New South Wales. It's one of the last sections to be upgraded on the backbone of the north-south section of our state. Also in the chopping block is the Sydney to Newcastle faster rail, the upgrade at Tuggerah and the duplication as well of the Wyong Strait, a $420 million project that I know that the new Minister for the Central Coast will want to see that project does not fall over, but it is at risk. I implore the government not to be a soft touch and not to fall in line with Canberra, with the Labor government there, and ensure that these 95 projects that are subject to the freeze are not in fact delayed. State Labor copied Albo's small target strategy to get into government. Now they are copying their review everything and cancel the things we don't want approach to infrastructure. But you've got to come clean, quick, smart on these 90 projects.